I'm at the Beijing Zoo this morning. I updated my iPhone 5S to the iOS 8, which means my third-party camera app is not working. And as typical, the update that they've done to the iPhone is not great. The camera app still lacks the ability to change the native resolution. So I'm recording this video in 1080p and I'll probably run out of room on my phone in an hour. I'll have to, I didn't update my old iPhone 4S because I knew I would have issues with compatibility till all the apps catch up and update their apps for iPhone iOS 8. I wasted a half hour this morning doing the upgrade. It takes a ridiculous amount of time. I don't know why you can't set it overnight to automatically download and update, but whatever. Sometimes I think the taskmaster of Steve Jobs at iPhone, you know, would have said, you're stealing a half hour of people's lives every time you do an upgrade like that if you don't have it automatically set to do everything overnight. And they make you, like, you know, sign in and do stupid shit that, you know, push buttons. I consent, yes, this, that, stupid, retarded shit that could automatically be consented to beforehand. Really dumb. And then it has to reload itself and all that shit. Bullshit. Anyway, this is the Beijing Planetarium. Looks like they've got a couple exhibition halls functioning as a national top-level natural science museum. They have an Eastern exhibition hall and a Western exhibition hall and a space center. When it opened in 1957, it was the only planetarium in Asia at the time. 4,500 square feet. And now these new exhibition halls add tens of thousands more space. They're supposed to be open, so we'll see if I can get in and take a look around. The planetarium has 3 observatories. The solar observatory equipment is the first sun vacuum telescope brought into China from overseas. Sun vacuum. Solar observation telescope, I guess. Zeiss Cosmos Theater. "400 people can be seated. 9,000 stars visible with the naked eye with their latest Zeiss 9 equipment. Curved screen of heaven represents 23 meters in diameter. Let's see how I get in here. It looks like they're under construction, maybe. The other option is to try to go to the Paleozoological or Paleontological Museum. I never understand why they do this in China. They put these signs in and they're impossible to read. I mean, that one's behind the bushes and the others are just way too far away to actually read. It's rather bizarre. You get the idea that things are thrown up without a lot of planning. I think it comes from the top level down approach to everything that they have here, you know. We're gonna build a planetarium. And it doesn't happen organically. It's not somebody's personal vision. Some top level bureaucrat, you know, I guess. Everything happens from the top down. So you get a lot of these museums built and you're like, okay, looks like a great museum, you know. And you go inside the building and you're like, Why is this exhibit set up this way? It like doesn't fit the space at all. It's like really Byzantine, and it lacks like overall vision. It's kind of like, you know, weird stuff like the agricultural exhibition hall. You're like, okay, I guess it'll provide me with an overview of like all the agriculture in China, but then it'll kind of just talk about agriculture in general and then have like a few exhibits on select provinces that decided to participate and send information. And you'll be like, okay. Real fragmented, you know. Sometimes it's because of the history. Like yesterday I went to the old summer palace and walked around. It was a gray day, but it wasn't raining. And the history of that building is, or that garden, is that it was the old seasonal retreat for the Qing. And it was ruined by the Western powers, so, you know, sometimes the fragmentation is no fault of the Chinese, but the colonial powers and inept management of the Qing government in modern times. Okay, I think we're getting close to the Paleozoological Museum. This is Stegosaurus, or they're calling it Tuojiangosaurus multispinus. I'm guessing that's it in there, so I guess I walk around this way. It's just after 10. I'd wanted to get here at 9, but I was sitting waiting for my iPhone to update itself. And it didn't really... You know, all these cool apps they have, unless your phone's connected to Wi-Fi, you can't really use a lot of the functionality. And, you know, too, I hate when you update the phone if you're in a foreign country. It automatically turns your phone's carrier on. And you can't turn it off until you complete the whole process. So I may get hit with some charges for it. So they're open here, good. Let's see what the highlight of this museum is. 2 sub-museums, 4 exhibition halls, blah blah blah. $10,000 years ago. So from the Cambrian, 530 million to prehistoric time, or the Pleistocene, I guess, which is 10,000 years ago. Start of the Holocene. So they have some lobefin fish, Latitameri, gift from Africa, and then they've got some Mammon-Kisaurus, Asia's largest dinosaur, and Lufengosaurus hueni, first dinosaur that occurred in China or was found. Caudipteryx, a dinosaur with real feathers, and Confucius ornis, the earliest beak bird ever found in the world. Stegodon zadansky, commonly known as the Yellow River elephant, which is made into the elementary school textbook in China, and skull models of mysteriously lost specimens of Peking man. Hymns to the Earth. Paleozoological Museum. Hello. Do you have audio guide?